Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 10th of March 1986, and the title is The Method to Become a Carefree Emperor. Today, Bab Dada is seeing the gathering of carefree emperors. This royal gathering is a unique gathering in the whole cycle. There have been many emperors, but it is only at this confluence age that there is a unique gathering of carefree emperors. This gathering of carefree emperors is even more elevated than a royal gathering of the golden age because there they have no knowledge of the difference between worry, fikr, and intoxication, fakhur, in their awareness. They do not even know the word worry. However, now the whole world is in one form of worry or another from the moment they wake up. They have one worry or another about themselves, their family, their business, their friends and relatives, etc. Whereas all of you begin the day at Amrit Vela by becoming carefree emperors, and you carry out every task as carefree emperors. You sleep comfortably as carefree emperors. You have a peaceful and joyful sleep. You have become such carefree emperors. Have you become like that? Or do you still have some worries? You have the responsibilities to the Father, and so you became carefree. By taking responsibilities upon yourself, you have worries. The responsibility is the Father's, and I am an instrument server. I am an instrument karma yogi. The Father is Karan Karavanhar, and I am an instrument that is doing it. If you have this natural awareness at every moment, then you are a constantly carefree emperor. If even by mistake you take upon yourself the burden of any waste, then instead of a crown, many baskets of worries come on your head. Otherwise, you are a carefree emperor, constantly wearing a crown of light. There is just the Father and I, and no third person. This experience easily makes you into a carefree emperor. So, are you those wearing a crown or those carrying a basket? There is so much difference between carrying a basket and wearing a crown. And someone wearing a crown in front of you and stand another person carrying a basket of burdens on his head in front of you. And which one would you prefer, the crown or the basket? The Father comes and lightens you of the many baskets of burdens of many birds. So, a carefree emperor means one who always remains double light. Also, until you become an emperor, your physical organs cannot remain under your control. It is only when you become a king that you become a conqueror of Maya, a conqueror of your physical organs, and a conqueror of matter. So, you are sitting in the royal gathering, are you not? Acha. Today, it is the turn of Europe. Europe has expanded well. Europe has made very good plans for the benefit of their neighboring countries. Just as the Father is always benevolent, in the same way, children too have those benevolent feelings, like their Father. Now, whenever you see anyone, you have mercy for them. Do you not? That one should also belong to the Father. Look, from the time of establishment, Bab Dada has been remembering all the children from the abroad in one form or another. And through Bap Dada's remembrance, when the time came, all the children from everywhere reached here. However, Bap Dada has been invoking you for a long time. Because of that invocation, all of you have been attracted as though by a magnet and reached here. You feel, do you not, that you don't know how you came to belong to Baba. Of course, it is good that you belong to him, but just sit and think sometimes about what happened and how it happened and how you arrived where you are and from where you came. Then, by thinking about it, you will find it unique. It was fixed in the drama. What was fixed in the drama brought all of you from all corners and made you reach the one family. Now, because you feel that this is your family, you find it very lovely. The Father is the loveliest of all. And so all of you have also become lovely. You too are no less. All of you have also become extremely lovely by being colored by the color of Bap Dada's company. Whoever you look at, each one is lovelier than the next. The influence of spirituality is visible on each one's face. Foreigners like to put on makeup. So, this is the place where you put on the makeup of an angel. This makeup is such that you become angels. After putting on makeup, no matter what they were like prior to that, they appear to be changed. With makeup, they look very beautiful. So, here too, all of you appear to be sparkling stars because you have put on a spiritual makeup. There can be harm caused through that makeup, but there is no harm in this. So, all of you are sparkling souls, loved by all. Here, there is nothing but love. When you wake up, you say good morning with love. When you eat Brahma Bhojan with love. When you walk hand in hand with the Father. Foreigners like to walk hand in hand, do they not? So, Bap Dada also says, always walk with your hand in the Father's hand. Do not walk alone. If you walk alone, you will sometimes get bored, and sometimes someone's vision will fall on you. If you walk with the Father, then, firstly, Maya's vision will never be cast on you, and secondly, because of having his company, you would always eat and do everything as you move along in pleasure. So, all of you like the companion, do you not? Or do you want someone else? There isn't a need for any other companion, is there? Do you sometimes need someone else to entertain your heart a little? You have become free from relationships that deceive you. There is deception and also sorrow in those. You have now come into a relationship where there is no deception or sorrow. You have been saved from that. You have been saved from that for all time. Are all of you such strong ones? None of you are weak, are you? It isn't that you would go back there and write a letter saying, what can I do? How can I manage? Maya has come. What special wonder have those from Europe performed? Bap Dada sees that everyone has always paid very good attention to putting into practice whatever the Father has said about bringing a bouquet here every year. You have always had that enthusiasm, and you also have it now, that every year new children who had been separated from the father should come to their home and reach their family. So Bap Dada was seeing that Europe has kept his aim and brought about good expansion. So you are called the obedient children who fulfill the Father's elevated versions and his instructions. And the children who are obedient always have the Father's special blessings upon them. Obedient children are automatically worthy of receiving blessings. Do you understand? A few years ago, there were so few, but by bringing about expansion every year, this has become the biggest of all families. So, from one, there were two, and from two, there were three. And now, how many centers are there? The UK is separate and big anyway, and everyone's connection is with the UK because that is the foundation of the foreign lands. No matter how many branches emerge and how much the tree continues to grow, its connection remains with the foundation. If there is no connection with the foundation, how can there be further growth? The special beloved jewels in London have been made instruments because that is the foundation. So, because of everyone's connection and by easily receiving directions, both your efforts and service become easy. Bap Dada is always with you anyway. You cannot move along without Bap Dada for even a second. You are combined to such an extent. Nevertheless, in the corporeal form, in the facilities of service, in the plans and programs for service, and also in your self-progress, if anyone wants any directions, you have kept that connection. This is also a medium that has been created through which you can easily receive a solution. Sometimes such storms of Maya come that you are unable to catch Baptada's directions and his power because your intellect is not clear. For such a time, the corporeal mediums, whom you call Didis and Dadis, have been made instruments. They are instruments so that your time is not wasted. However, Bapdada knows that you have courage. You have emerged there and become instruments for service there. And so you have made the lesson firm of charity begins at home. It is very good to get souls there to become instruments and bring about expansion. You are moving along with benevolent feelings. So, where there is determination, there is definitely success. No matter what happens, you have to attain success in service. This elevated thought has given you the instant fruit today. Now, seeing your elevated family, there is special happiness. It is the Pandavas, especially, who are teachers. Shaktis are always helpers anyway. You always receive the instant fruit of expansion of the service done by the Pandavas. And more than service, the sparkle of the service centers and the splendor of the service centers is due to the Shaktis. The Shaktis have their own part and the Pandavas have their own part. Therefore, both are essential. The centers where there are just Shaktis and no Pandavas are not powerful. Therefore, both are essential. All of you have now awoken, and so through one another, others will easily awaken. It has taken time and effort, but you are now growing very well. It is impossible for determination never to be successful. You are seeing the practical proof. If you become even a little disheartened that something will never happen there, then your slightly weak thoughts would make the difference in service. The water of determination bears fruit quickly. It is determination that brings success. Blessing, may you use all your blessings at the right time and make them fruitful, and thereby become the practical form of them. Use whatever blessings you have received from time to time from Bap Dada at the right time. Don't become happy just hearing the blessing that today you received a very good blessing. When you use that blessing, the blessing remains for all time. The blessings are from the imperishable Father, but they have to be made fruitful. For this, repeatedly water those blessings with your remembrance and give them the sunshine of your stabilizing in the form of those blessings. And you will become the practical form of those blessings. Slogan: those who have the Father in their vision cannot have Maya's vision cast on them. Om Shanti.